Some stories began with fairy tales, weddings, and happy ever after ending. But Adana's story began with something far more dangerous, a love that slowly turned into wounds. When Adana married Daniel, she truly believed she had found a gift from God. He was charming, he was respectful, he was the kind of man who knelt in church beside her, holding her hand, squeezing his during prayers. People said, Adana, you are lucky, and she believed them. For the first few months, marriage felt like a dream. Breakfast in bed, long walks, laughs that echoed through their small apartments. She would wake up every morning and whisper, "Thank you, God, for giving me a good husband." But sometimes, the devil doesn't knock loudly. He entered quietly, like a shadow, slowly, without warning. It started with his temper. The first time it happened, Daniel didn't eat her. He only shouted. His voice rose like thunder just because she forgot to iron his shirt. She was shocked. This was not the man she married. But he apologized. He brought flowers. He cried. He said, "I don't know what came over me. I promise it won't happen again." And because she loved him, she forgave. But that was the beginning. Soon, shouting wasn't enough for him. One evening, Adana served the dinner a little late. She had been working all day, she was tired, but Daniel didn't ask if she was okay. He grabbed her by the waist and pushed her against the wall. The pain shot through her arm. Tears filled her eyes. He walked away without saying a word. That night, she slept in the guest room, and she heard him snoring peacefully. She told herself he was stressed. She told herself every marriage had challenges, but deep down, something inside her was breaking. Days turned to weeks, weeks turned to months. The man who once said, "I love you," now used silence as punishment. He would ignore her for days, talk to her like she was nothing, criticize every mistake, control who spoke to her, check her phone, hide money from her, laugh when she cried. The emotional wounds were growing long before the physical ones. Then something changed again. Adana became pregnant. A little life started inside her, fragile, innocent, full of hope. She thought maybe this would soften him, maybe things would change, but it was the opposite. When she told Daniel she was pregnant, he didn't smile, he didn't hug her, he did not even say congratulations. Instead, he stared at her coldly and said, "Why would you keep it without telling me first? Are you trying to trap me?" Her heart dropped. She had imagined joy, excitement, celebration. Instead, she received rejection. From that day, Daniel's grew like a storm. One night, after a bitter argument, he pushed her hard, too hard. Her body hit the edge of the table. She cried out in pain, clutching her stomach. He didn't even help her stand. He walked out and slammed the door behind him. Hours later, he woke up on the floor bleeding. Her hands trembled, fear wrapped around her chest. She could feel something was wrong, so wrong. She dragged herself to the phone and called an ambulance. When she opened her eyes again, she was in a hospital bed. The doctor looked at her with sadness, and in that moment, before he spoke, she already knew she had lost the baby. Her heart shattered. Silent tears rolled down her face, a pain deeper than any beating filled her chest. And Daniel, he never came to the hospital, not once, not even a call. She lay there alone with the truth. She was fighting for her life in a home that was supposed to protect it. Her sister arrived the next morning. The moment she saw Adana's bruised face, she broke down crying. "Adana, enough," she whispered. "You are coming home with me. You're not going back there. I won't let you." For the first time, Adana didn't argue. She didn't defend him. She didn't even make excuses. She was tired of bleeding, tired of crying, tired of loving someone who was slowly killing her. That evening, with weak legs and a small bag, she walked out of Daniel's house permanently. He called for weeks, he sent long messages, he promised he had changed. He said he didn't mean anything, he said he was sorry. But Adana had learned the truth. A man who truly loves you will never make your family see you in a hospital bed. Her healing took time. There were nights she cried till her chest hurt. There were days she blamed herself. There were moments she thought she could never be loved again. But slowly, her light returned. Her sister stood by her. Therapy helped her rebuild her self-worth. And God replaced her shame with strength. One morning, months later, Adana looked into the mirror and she didn't see a victim. She saw a survivor, a warrior, a woman who walked through fire and came out alive. A woman who now speaks to others trapped in silent battles. A woman who learned that love should never hurt, marriage should never destroy, and living is not weakness, it is a salvation. Today, Adana shares her story so that another woman somewhere will find the courage to walk her way before it is too late. And she hopes that anyone listening remembers, your life is worth more than a ring. Your peace is worth more than a marriage certificate. Your safety is worth fighting for. Because sometimes, walking away is the only way to stay alive. If you or someone you know is trapped in a painful marriage or relationship, please remember that love does not end, love does not break, love does not kill. Living is not weakness, it is courage. You deserve peace, you deserve safety, and your story didn't end in pain. It begins when you choose yourself. Thank you for watching to the end. Kindly follow and subscribe.